Hey, great Monday morning. It is an amazing day in the city of Brownsville, and it's going to be a hot one. But then again, it's always hot in the city of Brownsville. and we have Dr. Rita Hernandez coming on with us sometime in a little bit. Dr. Rita Hernandez had a couple of little setbacks. So she said that she might be a little while because she's just now getting into the office. Can I a chance to get the turtleback writer on the program to choose? No, I don't think he's going to come on the show. Good morning, Richard. God bless you, man. Elea, good morning. Yana, good morning. Mi amor, ¿cómo estás? Good morning, Jessica. Great mustachon. Let me tell you, some good stuff out there. It was the only thing I ate this weekend besides all that grease. It was the mustachon. Thank you, Jessica. Good morning, Yesenia. I hear that when you do have Jeremiah, mi amor, ¿cómo estás? Good morning, Pedro. Dios te bendiga. Pati, buenos días. Good morning. Did I put Monday? It is Tuesday. Yes, I did say Monday. Tuesday morning. Who's that 25-year-old speaking right now? Me. I'm not really 25. I'm like 32. Good morning, Aurora, Lilia. Good morning, Daniel. Buenos días. ¿Cómo estamos? No, it really was delicious. And let me tell you, it really was the only thing I had on Sunday, a slice of mostachon. And I hear that it helps to eat bread products when you have diarrhea, and it was good. Good morning. Be good. Good morning, Irma. Dios te bendiga. Buenos días. ¿Cómo están? Let's see. Good morning, Rachel. Have a great day. God bless you. And morning, Valero. I love my boots, man. Hey, they were a gift, and let me tell you, I wear them proudly. I love different stuff, so they go well with me. Good morning, Manuel. Saludos a Elber. No, ya no. Y'all not gonna catch me anymore. Good morning, Amy. Thank you for telling me what. It's so true. Good morning, Denise. Thank you again. Fresh cut. I just shaved. That's what I did. I didn't cut my hair too much. Good morning. Looking good, sir. Thank you, Olga. Gracias. Muy amable. Zacarias and Villarreal family will vote for you. Thank you, Antonio. Dios te bendiga. I appreciate it. I love y'all. Saludos al Pilomo. Porfirio Díaz. Silvio! Give back the money. Good morning, Maria Luis. ¿Cómo estás? Hola desde Foley, Alabama. We miss you too, Gina. Come back home. La Penguin, la Minerva. Good morning, Belinda. Dios te bendiga. And we're just going to say hi to everyone coming in. Good morning, Tess, and good morning, Joe. Thank you, guys. We'll stop there. Guys, it was an interesting show last night. Really an amazing show, I would say. We had Dr. Saavedra on with us last night. And let me tell you, it was a really good show. If you didn't get a chance to see it, good morning, Wendy. Please. Thank you, Wendy. Love you. Please go up and watch it. Really, there was a lot of amazing information out there. Good morning, Dr. Zavaleta. And tonight we will have Dr. Tony Zavaleta on. Let me tell you, one of my best professors that I've ever had in my in my higher education schooling, Dr. Tony Zavaleta was my sociology teacher, I think back in '86. Amazing teacher. One of the individuals that we had in that class, Dr. Zavaleta, was Victor Rodriguez. He was one of my schoolmates back then at TSC. But Dr. Zavaleta will be on tonight. He says he'll answer any question that y'all have out there. And let me tell you, this man is transparent, ethical, and this guy is a top-notch guy. So thank you, Dr. Zavaleta. We'll see you tonight. Good morning, Essay. ¿Cómo estás, vato? Do you have liability insurance for those boots? Maybe I should get life insurance for those boots. Good morning, Bianca. Thank you for bringing in Roberto. Looking nice, great shave. Thank you. I do look fresh. I feel fresh. Good morning. It's a baby shower. We're going to talk about the morning shower, baby shower, morning shower. It's not Monday, and it was yesterday. We were in Tuesday. It is Tuesday, right? It was amazing. It really was a great show last night. Saca las bolsitas. No. On my way to get a civic duty. God bless you, my man. Stay safe. Great professional, Dr. Z. Open book and knows his stuff. Yeah. Dr. Zavaleta's amazing. Early voting. Yes, guys, today is voting day, election day. There's a Cancun, Polomot. Hey, saludos. Have a good time up in Cancun. Stay safe. Yeah, Dr. Saulette is amazing. I think that BISD meeting yesterday was rehearsed. Yeah, we'll go over that. Love Miss Dr. Rita Hernandez. She's the best. She is the best. She's a good person. Good morning from San Antonio. Mo, love you, miss you, man. Guy, one of the things that we talked about last night was the numbers. The numbers are not doing well in the city of Brownsville. Yesterday, we had 179 positives for the city of Brownsville. We did make mention that at least 26 of these individuals could possibly be some of our students because of the age groups. Saludos a Cancun. Again, 179 positives in the city of Brownsville. Now, take into account, guys, that a lot of these numbers are underreported. We don't really have 179. We probably have 10 times that amount, guys. 10 times that amount. And again, it is very concerning. Thank you, Mandy. It's true. I told you. I've been telling y'all that I'm handsome and totally not fat. So, I haven't been lying to y'all. It's just the truth. What about the trash? Even the flies are complaining. We'll talk about the trash. First time I see a full show just because Dr. Saavedra was on. I don't know how to pick that. I would wish that you would watch every show completely, but it's okay. I love you, Georgia. Thanks, young man. You, Mr. Kevin, you're so kind. Kevin Montoya Boys drive through up in Los Fresnos, guys. Amazing stuff. Still love their videos. One of the things that came out in the report yesterday, I forgot to do my coffee. Sorry. As soon as Dr. Hernandez comes in, I'll try to go rush get some coffee while she's talking about some of the programs that they're having. Guys, one of the things that is on there, and a lot of individuals were asking, handsome young man, yes, true, I want to put it twice, was in regards to a Veranda Nursing Home. Well, Cameron County is finally reporting Veranda Nursing Home. They are on there. SCC at Valley Grande with 29 confirmed positive employees. They don't have a count in regards to the number of positive residents out there, and they're not reporting any deaths. We have counted at least 10 deaths out there. About 10 deaths. Good morning, Veronica. ¿Cómo estás? So again, it's on there. Two felt board meeting was rehearsed as if they had lists of Brownsville talking points. They were ticking off one by one. Truth be told, they only served to tick the community off. We're going to talk about the meeting. I will start watching. Thank you, amor. Great look. Thank you. I did do a little bit of shaving yesterday, so that's what happened. Thank you for hacer un trabajo bien. Si puedes, manda saludos a Calvillo. Good morning, Mini Blanco Hernandez. ¿Cómo estamos? And Dr. Hernandez, you need to click your camera on. There we go. Almost. Click your camera on, Dr. Hernandez. Good morning, Cindy. And Juan Cisneros, good morning. Looking good, man. Thanks for the news. Hey, man, anytime. That's what we're here for. Dr. Rita Hernandez, you have to click on the camera. Good morning. Good morning. And again, the other one that I was being asked on is regards to Ebony Lake. And again, Ebony Lake is on there. Dr. Hernandez, if you can hear me, you need to click on the camera. Testing 1, 2, 3. Testing 1, 2, 3. They are behind on reporting the 10 Valley Grande Manor will come out in 2 weeks. That is very unfortunate, guys. That is very unfortunate because we need to have up-to-date numbers as soon as possible. Amen. Erasmo Castro para presidente. Morning, primo. This is Tom. The other ones that are on there are Altavista is on there. So a lot of individuals are out there saying, Erasmo, you're saying that these places are positive and there's no information. The information's there. It's confirmed. Now, these numbers are underreported, guys. When are we getting the other check for Papi Trump? Hopefully in August. Buenos dias, Lily. Buenos dias. Eleazar, buenos dias. Dr. Hernandez, you have to click on the camera. Hey, Dr. Hernandez? Can you hear me?
Yeah, I can hear you, but my camera doesn't work.
Okay. Well, you want to be on black screen or?
Sorry, I have like this terrible computer, and the camera just doesn't work.
That's fine. That's fine. We'll miss out on your beautiful face this morning.
Yeah, I'm kind of sad because I actually attempted to do something with it today.
Well, you could always get on your phone and you could actually stream from your phone if you opt to do that.
No, it's all right.
All right, Dr. Hernandez, you saw the list of positives that have been coming out on a daily basis. I'm sure everyone is keeping up to date with them. Dr. Hernandez, what's your take on the numbers?
Well, this is alarming. It's alarming as a country. It's something we haven't experienced before, and we would hope that we would never have to experience it. But I'm proud of our leadership in Brownsville and trying to at least talk about it now. I saw you had our mayor on your show the other day. I mean, I don't know if you've had County Judge Trevino, and I heard you haven't had him yet.
No, we've actually tried to get Judge Trevino on. He refuses to respond. We're very fortunate that Mayor Mendez has been very, very accessible. None of the county commissioners have been accessible. The only city commissioner that has been accessible is Commissioner Tetreault. She's actually come on, and she's scheduled to come on, I think, later on this week or next week as well to give us an update in regards to what's happening in the city. It's very unfortunate because, you expect leadership, to be that leadership and, answer the tough questions, and a lot of times, Dr. Rita, the questions aren't easy to answer, but,
No, they're not.
We don't prepare. It's not something, we don't have a script. It's just individuals are coming in with questions, and we do our best to answer the questions, on the fly, because that's what you expect from elected officials.
Yes. Well, I'm not an elected official, but these numbers are alarming, very alarming. I live on, as you know, I live on South Padre, and we got some popping up there too. I also noticed you were mentioning some of the nursing homes. So, I run a nonprofit career school now, and we just got a grant from the state of Texas to work with Pat Hobbs over at Workforce Solutions. And we have a grant-funded training program for employees and leaders in our local businesses. And it's just, we worked with RJ Mitty on it. RJ's from Brownsville, and he's got cerebral palsy. He's very passionate about this, and he's at risk, right? He's in that group because of his cerebral palsy. And we just kind of started thinking, and he's one of the things his message was to raise the standard of clean in businesses from here on out, in our lives from here on out, from this pandemic or the next one. And maybe we just got a bit comfortable. So we started working with Texas A&M TEAS, which is a worldwide treat. Thank you, Cindy. I would have loved to see you too. But next to that gorgeous man of Castro, I guess it's best my face ain't there.
True.
But we're working with RJ Mitty and Texas A&M TEAS, who trains all around the world for workforce. We came up with a training program that's all online in 2 hours and free to local businesses. And maybe if we could just all work together, if we're and just raise that standard of clean, we could slow this down a bit. Perhaps we should have done it before we opened. But I encourage businesses in our community and the county to reach out, because there's free training with us. There's free training with TSC. Let's just get it. Let's start raising that standard of clean.
Yeah, 100%. Now, I agree that during the time that we were closed, individuals, small business, and actually everyone out there should have used that time while we were doing shelter in place to, deep clean everything. And those type of certifications would be amazing for our community. And, it's still a good time for small business and, community leaders and community individuals to look into it. I think it's very, very important that Mr. Hobbs is out there, and I know that Julian Alvarez, a good friend of ours, is, very, very passionate about servicing the Valley. So, I'm very proud that these exist. When he's making in my opinion, Cameron County has dropped the ball and have not been transparent or honest. No, they have not been. And it's very, very unfortunate, because one of the things, and Dr. Hernandez, one of the things that I was advocating for was shutting down those buildings. And some of those buildings are old, asbestos filled out there, and, could possibly be death traps in regards to this virus getting into the ventilation system. And now that we know that it's airborne, it's a big issue. So, we've been calling out Cameron County to please release individuals that can work from home to work from home, and, start effecting a deep clean of our buildings. What's your take on it?
Yeah. Well, I can't speak for Cameron County, but I can tell you I'm developing this grant. County Judge Trevino was very passionate about making sure we had access to this online training at no cost to local businesses. So that's the part I've communicated with him about. Are they working? I don't know. Thank you, Gloria. I miss you too. Oh my God, the donuts. Absolutely. I love it when the students remember the donuts. I miss BISD too. There's some great people there.
There is a lot of amazing people at BISD. But yesterday, Dr. Hernandez, BISD did have a meeting, an emergency meeting. And, a lot of individuals, were expecting to learn a lot from BISD to that meeting. Did you have a chance to see that meeting?
I saw it for like 3 minutes, but I was busy trying to recruit businesses for this training. So these are really difficult times for BISD or for all school districts and charter schools, private schools, everybody. But I can tell you this, having worked at BISD for 30 years, the solution is in the room. The area superintendents were all highly effective principals. The principals at each campus, very effective. And our teachers at BISD, how blessed we are. They are some of the hardest working people and educators in the country. And we've seen other school districts, and they don't, the things our folks do with the resources they have is pretty amazing. So if you're looking for a solution on how best to attack this, I can tell you that the answer is there in the room. It's at the campus level. It's at the mid level. If you give them a charge, they'll figure it out. It doesn't. I've worked for 5 or 6 superintendents. One thing that has remained is we've always been a top-notch district, and we always survive whatever happens. And we always not only survive, we thrive. And our leaders and our teachers, they'll figure it out if we just listen to them.
Well, they're not being listened to, Dr. Rita. And part of the problem that they're not being listened to is because the superintendent only meets with his 2 deputies, which we still haven't completely figured out exactly, what all their responsibilities are. But again, one of the things that Dr. Rita, that we were fighting for back in the day was we were fighting to have a performing arts center. And one of the things that, we pushed was, hey guys, why don't we, bring in the band directors, the choir directors, the fine arts individuals, and get their input? Because the vision that we had as board members and as administration in regards to a performing arts center was completely different from that of the individuals that were actually going to be using the performing arts center. And it was then that I assimilated that in order to get the best results, you have to bring in the experts, and the experts are going to tell you exactly what is needed and what would be of best service to them and to the community that they serve. Going back into yesterday's meeting, if a superintendent is not meeting with his AAs who are actually hands-on, or our principals, and actually taking their advice, they are the experts. They are the ones that have been on the front line, Dr. Rita. So what we get is substandard decision-making from the top.
Well, I can't speak for the leadership now. I do know that I've worked with some great superintendents, and we're real good about getting area assistant superintendent, principals, and teachers all in the room to figure stuff out. But let's go back to that fine arts. I don't know. Hi, Louie. It's good to see you. So I don't know how we could even fund something like that, because I have a feeling in a couple of years, industry, and I'm in the private sector now, we're hurting.
Right.
And if tax base is what everyone's looking for, I see that being hit in a couple of years. I see it being hit next year. And I don't know. I think there's a lot of families right now just paying electricity. So building buildings and building things, that's going to be complicated in a couple of years. I don't know where that funding will come from. And your taxpayers and the industry, we're getting hit. We're getting hit. And it's all going to trickle down eventually. So the solution has to be with what we got. And I have faith in our principals and our teachers. I really do, and our leaders. And I have a feel that they're going to have to figure it out. I mean, they'll figure it out, because if not, the charters will. And we don't. Yeah.
Well, I have faith in the leadership, in our principals, and I have great faith in our teachers. I do not have faith in the leadership is running BISD right now, because let me tell you, yesterday's meeting, there was absolutely positively nothing learned from yesterday's meeting. You know, you're having an emergency meeting in order to bring some type of solution and comfort to a community that has a lot of different questions in regards to what's going to happen in 3 weeks. Everyone left the meeting yesterday disgusted because nothing was learned. The only thing that was discussed was bringing circus tents to BISD schools. Circus tents.
Well, and it was a principal. There's some days I felt like I was in one, because I mean, I was just running around and I couldn't get it together. We all have those days. I don't know what BISD is going to do, but I can tell you this: we should start thinking about it, and we should start thinking about it so families know what to do. Because a lot of parents, we're going to have to work, and if their kids are going to be at home, that's going to rise some issues. So any kind of discussion that goes on with opening schools should include local daycares and things of that nature. Everyone needs to know so they can prepare accordingly. Hey, so let me tell you, we got another grant. If anybody out there in the world and that's listening to you, we got a grant to offer electrical training, NCCR level 1. Level 1 free of charge to local families. And I think that's pretty exciting. Yeah, I don't work for BISD anymore. I don't know who just put that on there, that I'm a slave for BISD. Anyhow, there is 20 free slots if anybody is interested in electrical training or just graduated, doesn't have money for school. We have some grant funded trainings available for them in electrical and medical billing. And of course, we have that training for COVID cleaning, how to best clean up. So those of you out there who are working, maybe you should give us a call and we can help your business prepare, take care of its workers, take care of its families, and increase consumer confidence as they go back into your stores.
Yeah, and we'll include the phone number in information if you would send it to us. That way, individuals, can give you all a call in case they're interested in those type of certifications, which are amazing certifications and very, very much needed, especially during these times. Now, don't forget that the only thing discussed was baby showers and punto caliente. Yeah, it was ridiculous, folks. And at that point, we were covering the meeting live. Up to that point, I mean, the rest was just a joke. I mean, the whole meeting was a joke. I mean, they were out there discussing how do you say Wi-Fi in Spanish, which is Wi-Fi. How do you say hotspots in Spanish?
Oh, that's what punto caliente is, right? Oh, I'm like, what is this? What is Jason referencing there?
Punto caliente. And then they were concerned. And then Minerva La Pingüina was out there concerned about baby showers. How do you say baby showers in Spanish? And we call them la regadera de los nenes. It was just so dumb. Lady Lobos Honors Band, Galilea Salazar. Galilea, how you doing? Don't change the freaking subject. Where can people apply? I will actually put up the post with the information in a little bit, Benny. Thank you for asking, man. Yeah. I apologize, former BISD.
Okay, Benjamin, I did work. Yeah, okay. But I loved it. I had the best job ever when I was principal and serving schools and serving families. So, okay, 30 years. I'll take it.
Hey, Clayton. How you doing, Clayton?
Thank you, Clayton. Clayton and I went to Pace High School together.
Clayton's a good guy. Trying to get him on the show, but he's hard to reach. He's
Maribel, what do you miss?
Oh, the meeting.
Oh.
If BISD does not get it together, parents will either move their kids to Port Isabel or distant learning or taking their kids to charter schools. And actually, I mean, they're going to be left with no options whatsoever. It's kind of a sad situation.
Well, the sadder part, and then the sadder part is the bigger picture. We made a lot of progress during No Child Left Behind. So when we started closing those gaps, and I don't want to get into political war of No Child Left Behind, but I can tell you our campuses made an amazing progress in closing gaps between different student groups. this online stuff that we're going to be forced to do and move, I worry about those gaps widening, because those gaps become opportunity gaps for a lot of students, and it's going to be complicated. And we made huge progress as a community, as a group, serving our most at risk, and I don't. It's going to be difficult to keep that progress within our groups online, and that's. I'm not saying we have to go back. I'm just saying it's going to be difficult for us to maintain the progress that we had worked so hard in the classrooms to get.
Yeah, but we're actually dealing with adverse situations, and I mean these type of, despite the fact that Minerva Peña is out there calling this a hoax, it's a politically motivated thing, and that it's going to disappear as soon as President Trump gets reelected, blah 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 blah. It's not a hoax. People are dying.
No, it's sick. People are getting sick.
People are dying, and Dr. Rita, one of the things that is very very heartbreaking is that there seems to be this disassociation from the current board, all of them, because they actually went up there yesterday and along with the superintendent, they actually claimed that they were doing a great job, and that most of the people in the community were appreciative of what they were doing. And Dr. Rita, the truth is way far from that. It's not. I mean, just listening to the sentiment of the teachers are pissed.
These are very difficult times, no doubt, and these are very scary times. Most importantly, they're scary times for everyone. It's very difficult, and we have to safeguard our workers, safeguard our families, safeguard our students. We have to somehow increase the confidence of our parents to where they even want to send them during these difficult times. And it's going to be hard. I mean, we have working parents we need to think about. We have gaps in student learning. We have ARDs and student plans we have to think about. And that's kind of what everyone at the campus level and folks should be kind of addressing right now, to figure out how best to meet the students' needs in a safer manner. And it's going to be difficult. And I'm retired from that life, and now I'm trying to do the same thing with adults, right? But with adults, it's a little easier because, we tell our students what it is they need to do. We can go online. And our students are adults. They're easier to, you can't tell the kids not to go out on the weekend because they're going to go out with their parents and their families. And it's something you can't bank on.
It's difficult, Dr. Rita, if you don't address the issue, and you don't bring in the experts, and you don't bring in the professionals. One of the differences between BISD and Port Isabel is that Port Isabel had a meeting full of professionals on there, doctors, scientists, and individuals that were in the know, to let them know what was actually happening in the community. Dr. Rita, let me tell you, I was very impressed by the Port Isabel meeting. And based on the facts, based on the information that was presented by the experts, Port Isabel said, you know what, we're not going back for 2020, 2021, and we'll evaluate the situation as it goes, which is the only choice for any district out there. The only choice. At yesterday's emergency meeting, all they did was brag about having the most school board in-person meetings, as Jennifer is saying, but yet they don't have a plan. They have nothing. And all they were saying is, be patient, be patient. Dr. Rita, people are not going to be patient when it's 3 weeks for them to start the school year. Now, going back into the experts, Dr. Rita, that BISD has some of the top paid individuals in any district at the higher level. I mean, the organizational chart is crazy. So you're expecting people that are getting paid hundreds of thousands of dollars to at least be in the know. And goodness gracious, if you're not in the know, for goodness sakes, bring in the people that are in the know. But let me tell you something that was very impressive, folks, and Dr. Rita. We have the head of the health department out there. She's a nurse. Fosse? I'm going to forget her name.
For the city or for the school district? I don't know.
The school district.
Oh, yeah. I forgot their names.
I forgot her name.
She's very active. Very good, yeah.
Very, Ponce?
Yeah.
Ponce, an amazing individual, very knowledgeable. You think they had her out there giving her opinion at the meeting, at the emergency meeting? They didn't.
Yeah.
What can you expect, Dr. Hernandez, Dr. Rita? What can you expect when you don't have the most qualified individuals out there giving you professional advice? Because look, they could have called you in there. They could have called Dr. James, but you're not medical doctors. You're academic doctors. They could
Yes.
have had someone that's in the front line, that's actually a health professional that they have on staff, but they had nothing.
Well, Erasmo, I kind of think you were part of bringing this team in, so I don't know what to tell you, buddy. But let's just hope you're working today on all that stuff and just.
Well, yeah, we just had the meeting yesterday. So, yeah,
Yeah.
it's current in a lot of people's minds because as of today, there's no plan. There's no plan. Now,
There's one thing I learned with Dr. Zolkowski. He was pretty impressive to work for and work with. Is he used to always tell us when we go through these moments, when we go through these difficult times, you have to be deliberate in every effort to be transparent. You have to be deliberately transparent so everyone knows what's going on. And I can't speak for the leadership for BISD. I'm not there anymore, and I've been there. Hi, Smiley. I love Smiley. He was one of my students.
No, but you can speak as a community member, and
I can speak as a community member. I can tell you, since I live on South Padre, I'm really proud of Terry and the work that they're doing over there.
Well, I mean,
and I've actually partnered with Port Isabel on a few projects with the school, with the school I currently run. I run a nonprofit career school for adults, and I've worked with Port Isabel.
Dr. Rita?
Huh? No, I don't work with BISD.
What is the name of the place you mentioned?
Blanca. Hey, Blanca. It's Cameron County Education. We're a nonprofit. We're a nonprofit career school. We don't do student loans. We don't do. Thank you, Maria. But I live on South Padre now, so I can't be on the school board for BISD. Anyhow, Cameron County Education is a nonprofit career school. We do zero debt training. We don't do student loans, and we don't do financial aid. So we write grants and we try to get people training and industry recognized certification so they can take care of their families. We like to say we help families thrive. We just happen to be in the workforce building. And right now I have 2 grants. One of them is for electrical training. So if any of you want to be electricians, give us a call. And then we have another one for anyone who's currently working and you have in a business in Cameron County. We can get them some online training through Texas A&M so we can better protect our workers and better protect our families and better protect our customers. And that training is free to qualifying industries in Cameron County. Oh, thank you. Thank you, Smiley Ismail. Somebody keeps saying how good looking you are. Erasmo, all I can tell you is you're very lucky my face ain't up, because then they
then they'd have something to compare it with, and they're like, oh no, no trae nada. Oh, I wish Minerva would just close her pie hole. Let me tell you.
Okay, I would never say that about anybody, but at least
let me tell you, 99.9% of the city of Brownsville wants her to definitely shut her pie hole, because she speaks incoherencies like I change socks. It's crazy. Good morning, Kat. How's it going? Now, remember in November, but usually voting was only their names in there. AOB was outside protesting. BID cops got called out. It's ridiculous. One of the things that Dr. Rita that they were saying was that they didn't have the power to go into distant learning, and I've been saying it for months now.
You mean like infrastructure?
No,
you mean like the power as in the power. Authority?
They don't have the power, the legal power, because the state mandates that they be open 100%. And I've been saying it for now weeks, probably months now, Dr. Rita, that the power is in the school board. And I don't know if you saw yesterday, I did post an interview by Greg Abbott that was done. An interview was done on him yesterday. I don't know if you had a chance to see it, Dr. Rita.
No, I didn't get to see it, but Kat is wondering where my picture is. Kat, I have a low bid computer with no working camera. So,
Well, let's see the interview real quick.
Move on to the subject of schools. Parents and teachers, they're looking at the start of school here in about a month. Are we running out of time to get this under control before school starts?
Well, understand this, and that is no one knows what the status of COVID will be when school starts. As a result, that's why TEA and your local school districts there, like the Dallas ISD, they know that the things that they will focus on the most are flexibility. If COVID is spreading like it is right now, the local school district, the local school board has the authority to delay the opening of schools,
right there,
or to require that when schools do open, they use these distance learning strategies so that students will not be going into a classroom, but instead will be able to learn through their teacher through an online system, but still getting an education. One thing that no one wants to see, and that is that we lose a generation of students simply because of the spread of this disease, especially at a time when we have mastered this technology now. When teachers want to engage with their students, they can educate them in a safe environment.
Right there, Rita, Dr. Rita.
So generally, they're going to give local power to do local needs. So whatever the needs of local is. And Lucy, that's exactly what I was saying. It's those special student groups. We have to worry, one, about their safety, but we also have to make sure that they're making progress. And that's going to be difficult to do unless we start planning it, or unless we start extending their year, unless we start something now, and we figure out a way to do it now.
Dr. Rita, we should have started this 4 months ago. We've been calling, we as a community have been calling them out. Start 4 months ago, 3 months ago, 2 months ago. We're 3 weeks away from starting school. We have to this moment.
Well, so I don't know if I'd agree with that. I mean, our special services has some pretty great people working it. Those field specialists, they're pretty amazing, and they know their students better than anyone. And I think if we listen to student service, to those leaders,
we've spoken to him, Dr. Rita.
Those guys are good over at special services. I mean,
let me tell you,
Richard, I'm really not dodging the BISD topics. I kind of want to celebrate what we're doing at the school to help safeguard workers and families.
Dr. Rita, we've spoken with the professionals. Again, going back into, you always speak with the professionals. Again, I don't come on here every day, twice a day, just because I'm handsome and totally not fat. I come on here because I speak to the people. When I had issues in regards to the number of deaths being reported in Brownsville, I sure as heck did go to the funeral homes and found out that we have 10 to 20 deaths per day in the city of Brownsville. 10 to 20 deaths per day. The county was reporting 1 or 0. So in regards to the special services, we've spoken directly with special education teachers, and they just want direction. They want to know, where do we go? What do we do? Because what they're afraid of, Dr. Rita, is that once they start on something, that they're going to get reined back and say, no, that's not what you're going to do. So they want some form of direction. They want something that says, this is the path that we're going to take, guys. We have nothing. There was not one plan that was ready to see. Everything that was mentioned at the meeting yesterday, everybody already knew, besides the circumstance.
I think I wouldn't be surprised if our special services people and they have plans. We just got to listen to them.
They're not being listened to.
Yeah. Well,
Maria, circumstance. Yes, Maria. One of the only things.
Hi, Irma.
One of the only things that was mentioned in regards to what could possibly be done was Laurita La Exploradita saying that maybe we should bring circus tents to every campus. Circus tents. Circus tents. Agree with Jennifer Reyes. They don't have a plan. The superintendent gets paid to do nothing. Can you imagine? We are the only district that pays a loser $400,000 to do nothing. Well, he actually got a $12,000 raise and a year extension to his contract by this corrupt board. So active, everyone remembers her name. Do you feel that TEA is making it difficult for some school districts to implement distant learning because it is unyielding on ADA and other requirements which translate into funding which districts are afraid to lose? I'm not excusing BISD failed to develop a plan or enact it. Rather, I am making an observation. TEA needs to bend to accommodate the situations we're in. If you're asking me, Emily, I'll tell you right now, TEA gives recommendations. It's not giving mandates. And even if they would, look, at this point in time, guys, even if they were to give a mandate that forces teachers to go back on campus, it is the wrong mandate. It is irresponsible. We have had deaths at all levels at BISD. Deaths. I'm not talking about teachers, staff, students testing positive, because we all know that they're testing positive like crazy. Look, one of the big fights that I had was in regards to Rivera High School. And, one of the coaches out there, brother to Sylvia Atkinson, came out and said, well, Erasmo's lying. No one's testing positive over here at Rivera, while they had the students on there. They were lying. Erasmo wasn't lying. At least 2 coaches, possibly 3 coaches at Rivera are positive. At least. And we already know our students who went on there for conditioning training came out positive.
Well, I think there's a lot more positive people floating around than we realize, not just at Rivera. And that's what's going to be very, very, very difficult. And at the end of the day, and when I was a principal at Hudson, best job I ever had, by the way.
Someone said you were a great principal at Hudson right now in the thread.
Oh yeah, it was like the best job I ever had. I don't know what I was thinking. You want to be loved, work at an elementary school, or be a principal. Everybody loves you. I mean, 4 days out of 5 they love you. Anyhow, we used to talk about it all the time with the teachers. And by the way, they're some of the hardest working teachers I've ever worked with over there.
Amen.
And we used to always say, at the end of the day, parents don't want to know what you read about if the kid gets hurt or the kid gets hurt at your school. So it's student safety, employee safety, that's always first. And I'm sure everybody recognizes that. And then you start thinking about, okay, now how do we best serve them under these difficult times? And BISD's got some great people. I'm telling you, they really do. And they always find a way, and they always figure it out. You get them in a room, they'll figure it out. We won the Broad years ago, and we've had 6 superintendents since we won the Broad, and we still close gaps, and we still rise, and we still people want to know what we're doing in one of the most challenging areas in our community. So the answer is in the room. It's always in the room. 100%. It may not be in the room you were thinking about, but it's in the room. And it's not that I'm dodging all the BISD questions, as somebody put there. That's no longer my world. I don't work there anymore. I'm fortunately get to say I used to work there and it was great, and I had great people around me, and that's why everyone thinks she was a great principal. Actually, I wasn't. My teachers were good, and my students and families were, but it's not my world, and I really don't keep up with them. And as for TEA, they give you the end. You got to figure out how to get there, and they're not going to tell you how to get there.
Exactly.
So they give you the end. And for those of you, I'm going to post some of the training we have now, and I'd love to help serve your families now in the different capacity of what I'm doing. And I'm going to post it because somebody was asking about the electrical training.
Please.
It's all grant funded. If I can figure out how to do it,
No worries. Now you hit the nail on the head. The answer is already there. Yeah, the answer is in the room, as Dr. Rita says, but it's definitely not in the boardroom. The answer is there. Ask your principals and teachers what the solution is, and they have the solution, Darty. You fit it on the nail. That's exactly right. And that's what I've been saying for months now. And I am sure that there's a compromise, but no one wants to give. There's no excuse. It's a power play. It's a power move. It's egos coming in the way. This is a good point. It is a good point. No email for survey has been sent, and no survey on BISD website. Surveys, goodness gracious, how many surveys are we going to do, guys? It's crazy. Blanca, thank you, Blanca. Thank you, Ms. Vanessa. Amen. Not only that, but Los Fresnos ISD did the meeting on Zoom, shows the seriousness being taken. Dr. Zokowski wouldn't have let BISD open. I agree. No one with 2 cents between their 2 cents between their head, 2 brain cells between their ears would let BISD open. It's crazy. No le conviene, convenencieros. Gotta love the pitada that happened at BISD building. It was awesome. Minerva in Spanish is pingüina. It's so true. The waddle, waddle, waddle. At different times, some leaders need to move over and get the experts. Yes, man. You know what? And Dr. Rita, I mean, you would agree with this. Look at, we're not going to know everything. I mean, there's always going to be someone out there that you could learn from. Goodness gracious, and you take a little bit of humble pie and say, I might not be well versed in everything. I'm well versed in some things, but in the things that I'm not well versed in, I'm sure going to pay attention and listen to the experts. And unfortunately, our district has not been listening to the experts. Isn't that a fact, Dr. Rita?
Well, I don't know that they've not been listening.
No. I mean, about.
But I will agree with you that. Thank you, Raul. Let me tell you, I've always said when I walked into a room and I'm the smartest one in the room, I'm in the wrong room, right? Because you don't grow that way. So exactly. I'll agree with you in that you surround yourself with brilliance, or you surround yourself with people that are better than you, and that's what good principals do. That's what good leaders do. I don't. Other than that, I mean, you kind of lost me when you took off over there. But that part, whether it's BISD, whether it's Port Isabel, whether it's Los Fresnos, whether it's where I am now, like what I currently do, I have the best school director who runs circles around me. She's amazing. I get her coffee. She's that good. And she serves our students, and you just surround yourself with great people, and then you listen to them, and I'm sure today BISD is sitting there trying to figure it out, and I trust the curriculum department there to be working and trying to figure it out, and I hope they do figure it out for our community. And
I agree. What board members are up for re-election in November? The only ones that are seeking re-election seats right now are Minerva La Pingüina, Flip-Flopping Philip, and Laurita La Exploradita. Besides that, I don't think Sylvia Atkinson is going to be seeking re-election, but she's full of surprises. Not that she's going to beat this case. She's guilty as crap, but she might have the gravitas. And the reason I say that, guys, is because the court date might get pushed to next year. She might be crazy enough to put her name in the hat and want to seek re-election. I mean, there's nothing from stopping her from seeking re-election. If the case isn't finalized by November, or by August 17th, which is the deadline to file. So again, La Pingüina, the Flip-Flopper, and La Exploradita are the only three. And I've already shared my interest in regards to which race I want to run in. I have the same question. Those three are the ones. Now, Little Eddie is wanting to run, but Little Eddie has never been elected to anything, so it's not really a re-election for him. It's just trying to get on the booster chair, on the booster seat. You're laughing, Dr. Rita.
No, I'm sitting here thinking that now that I'm in the private sector, my conversations are always around with local industry and local business. And everyone right now is trying to rethink how they do business, because we're all trying to keep our employees hired and employed, whether it be from home or here. And we're all just trying to survive. And one thing we've had to do, and I know I've had to do it here because I'm about to go online with medical billing and things like that, so we're more flexible for our students and safe. Is every industry I know in the private sector has had to rethink how we do business every day. If we're going to survive and if we're going to continue to pay our staff, we're going to have to turn it around, and we're going to have to change how we do things. And
one of the things
that whole turn around the structure of how it is you operate, and these are difficult times. And Lorenzo, I'm talking about private sector. You mentioned it's all about the money. It's all about It's all about
the comments coming in. There's a lot. Trust me, there's so many comments. It's these are referring to the things we were talking about earlier. But one of the things that you say is so very true. See, teachers and students can have online learning by using TEA Learning 3.0 and still get funded. They can mark the kids as engaged through PEAMS or SIS. This was on TEA opening slideshow that was sent out to administrators. All the board has to do is implement it. And Jason is 100% right. Just they refuse to. Now, one of the things that we've been saying, Dr. Rita, is in regards something along the lines of what you were just saying, is in regards to small business. Small business, in order to succeed in these very difficult, trying times, or at least keep their head over water, is they're going to have to change. They're going to have to implement things and transform themselves in some way that they could continue to offer the services out there in some way, shape, or other. Same thing with the district and with every other agency, every group out there. They're going to have to make modifications in order to, to meet up with what we're dealing with right now in regards to this coronavirus. Because again, it is no joke. Progress should wait. What if there was no BISD? These are difficult times. Be alive is more important. 100%. She's pro-turtle rider. I don't think she's pro-turtle rider.
I don't even know who Turtle Rider is.
That's Dr. Rene Gutierrez, the superintendent. He went because he went on vacation to the Galapagos and was riding 150-year-old turtles with back problems, sipping on strawberry daiquiris, and it's indicative of how slow this district is moving. Like if he's riding on a turtle. Dr. Rita, do you plan to audit the closed-door meetings held by the High Circle on this topic?
Actually, no. I am. My world is different now. I'm doing career training for adults, and that's been my focus. One of my teachers is coming in. Hold on, and he's pretty amazing. So I have to. When your best teachers come in, you have to pay attention. So I'm going to disappear for 2 seconds.
Sure, go. You put yourself on mute. I'm a life skills teacher, and I'm scared for my children. 3 parents already told me that they want distance learning. 100%. It's the only way. More like outhouses and craft report. Yep. Top picks for the homeschools, y'all. I'm doing homeschool for my kids. K-12, ABC, mouse.com. Time for learning, connection, academy, Khan Academy, Ed, and yeah. Dr. Rita, can you speak on the structural reversal plan? She'll remember that. I'm sure she's hearing. Structural reversal plan, Dr. Rita. BISD is awesome. For the BISD board sucks. Yes, 100%. Yesterday's meeting, all that was said, TA mandates, TA. It's all that was said. Nothing. We learned nothing. So these people, teacher staff, deserve better than they are currently getting. 100%. Yeah.
All right, I'm back. I'm sorry.
A question was asked for you in regards to the structural reversal. Did you hear that?
I think what they're asking is, okay, how do you redefine yourself to adapt to the current challenges?
Good.
I think that's what structural reversal is. That's what it means to me. It's how you adapt. When I was a science teacher at Perkins, we always said living things adapt or cease to exist, right? So we have to adapt. We're going to have to adapt. And I think that's what that structural changes they're talking about is how you adapt, how you, like I said, local businesses right now are all adapting. Doctors' offices are adapting. Everything is, we're going back to virtual. We're changing. Here at the school that I run, which is for adults, I don't work for the district anymore. We had to do that same structural change. We're going to online. We're going to do as best we can virtually, and then modify. We're kind of doing hybrid courses for our construction, and for our electrical, we're going to have to do a hybrid with small, very, 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 very small group.
Let me tell you, BISD needs to send a survey asking if the surveys are effective, and they should keep sending surveys after survey after survey, and they're going to find out that it's just too many surveys. They fear they'll jump the gun, but being proactive is best. And Dana, you're 100% right. And we need individuals that are proactive. Goodness gracious, guys, if you see a storm coming, you don't sit on your porch, or you don't sit on top of turtles, 150-year-old turtles, sipping on strawberry daiquiris. You don't.
Yeah.
When you see a storm coming, you start to board up your windows. You start to check your life insurance. You start to check your homeowner's insurance. You start to make phone calls. You start to make plans to leave. You start to do something. We have done nothing. Nothing. You be proactive. And guys, the storm, and look, Dr. Rita, and as much as the people may say, oh, Erasmo's just spending negativity and no, okay, everything's peachy keen. No, Dr. Rita, I live on trends. You know, I look at trends, and the trends were showing us that a major storm was coming to the city of Brownsville. I mean, we saw what was happening in China, in Wuhan, in Italy, and then we saw what was happening in Spain. And we were very fortunate to have one of our former firefighters up in Spain who was coming on, Dr. Rita, and letting us know how horrible of a situation, you know, they were living up in Spain. And then we saw the horrible outbreak in New York City. And we had a lot of our nurses, a lot of your students, Dr. Rita, that were up there fighting, coronavirus on the front lines in New York City. And they warned us. They said, guys, it's coming. It's coming. Y'all need to be careful. Y'all need to be aware. Y'all need to be cautious. Y'all need to start being proactive. At this district, we did nothing. Nothing. No proactivity whatsoever. Dr. Rita, I'm sure that you've implemented some changes at y'all school. Y'all school's name?
Yeah, we're at Cameron County Education, and yes, we've been redefining ourselves.
Proactive.
We have to if we're going to survive. Jelly, there's no picture because I have a low bid computer. We are a nonprofit. Yeah, the good stuff the students have, and we get the rest. But yeah, you have to readjust. You have to. Every business that's trying to survive is trying to feed its people and trying to keep its people employed and keep the electricity on. So everybody's redefining themselves. 100%. And schools are going to do that. And across the country, that's what they're doing. And
they have to.
I don't see us going back in the fall. I don't see it.
It's impossible. It's impossible.
I don't see it. I was hoping we'd be ready by Charo Days because, man, I love Charo Days. But I don't even know if that's going to happen. So
probably not. Maria, let me say something. What you're saying is exactly what I'm right. Let me say, yesterday's emergency meeting, they should have been called the Erasmo meeting. Honestly. And look, all you have to do is go through the meeting, and everything that we've been saying, that I've been saying on this program, everything that I've been saying, they responded to. They're reacting to everything that I'm saying. And, they should have been called the Erasmo meeting, because that's the only thing that we learned, that they were out there saying, well, Erasmo's saying that we're not transparent. We are transparent. And then everyone chimed in, yes, we're transparent. They're not being transparent. Yeah. Our teachers are dying. Our food services people are dying. Our staff are dying. And they have yet to address any of the deaths. Any of the deaths. Our staff is coming out positive. Our students are coming out positive. And it takes them 3 to 4 weeks to even let individuals know. So if you were in contact with these individuals, you have absolutely no know-how. And I'm not saying pinpoint their name, because even that was discussed in regards to HIPAA. They have no clue what HIPAA is all about. No clue. But at least if they would have told us 3 weeks before the staff learned at Garcia Middle School, which I was calling out, if the staff would have known, they would have been a little bit more careful, instead of having a birthday party when they're all out there putting cuernitos on each other. That's what being proactive is all about. So yesterday's meeting wasn't an emergency meeting. It was an Erasmo meeting. And, I'll toot my own horn. There can be only one. They refuse to listen to the experts. And that's something, and you're right, Maria. And I listen to the experts. And again, I go to the funeral homes. I speak with the mayor of the city of Brownsville. We speak with doctors that are fighting this on the front line. We speak with nurses who have been in New York City, nurses who are fighting it here in the nursing homes. They are the experts. Let's listen to the experts. And if there's one thing I've brought forth, is the experts. And let you hear from the experts. It's not Erasmo's opinions. It's the experts' opinions. And it's about damn time we start listening to the professionals, to the fighters, not to the guajes that are sitting on the school board, not to las gallinas descabezadas. And the reason they're gallinas descabezadas is because they took all their cues from the head of the snake, that was Sylvia Atkinson. And the head of the snake has been chopped off. So that's why La Minerva, La Prissy, La Drew, La Little Eddie, La Flip Flopping Philip, and La Laura Exploradita, that's why they don't know what to do, because their head is not there anymore. Laurita La Exploradita. Not really. I got fired for trying to work from home, and I'm a high risk, and yet my coworker died who sat in front of me. Companies don't care. They get rid of me illegally. And file a lawsuit, Lucy. Really, file a lawsuit. Ricardo Steve, I agree with you. It's obvious. Shoosh. I'm sorry, I skipped on some of them. We're almost done. Writing churls in animal abuse says a lot about him. Stealing from the district and the neighbors are equally bad. And if you're friends with these puppets, support them. Yeah. Instead of service to the community. New York is still level 1 shut down with millions of people living there since March, almost 5 months. They're really toughing it out. Valley could not wait 3 weeks. No.
Hi, Cindy.
Yes, Cindy's amazing. The board has had since March to start the planning. Yesterday they said they were going to start planning. Unbelievable. No proactive action there. No, and then they had the gall, Dr. Rita, say, be patient with us, guys. Be patient with us. No board has been meeting as much as we have. For what? They've done nothing. Nothing.
So hi, Michelle. She asked a question. She wants to know about the cleaning program.
Yeah.
How you doing, Michelle? Michelle's a wonderful fine arts teacher over at Lopez. She's one of the best.
Oh, I love Michelle.
Yeah. She's really talented. And I've seen her actually teach and work with kids. It's impressive. I wanted to be in her class. So, Michelle, we got together with RJ and we created this program called A New Standard of Clean. And actually, that's RJ's coined that. It's called the Call to Action, A New Standard of Clean. And what it is we train the workers at the schools, workers at industry and business, how to best sanitize and clean for COVID and for any other pandemic that may follow. And it's a 2-hour online training through Texas A&M. Then we have a separate piece that's for leaders. If you train the worker without training the leader, it doesn't work. So we have a 4-hour training for the leader because in case of turnover, someone needs to get that other person, the new person, ready for their own safety. This is about safeguarding workers and safeguarding employees, safeguarding families and customers who come in. So this grant through Texas Workforce Austin is available to folks in Cameron County. Tia, you don't have to get it from me. We just have the 2-hour and the 4-hour where we train them together through A&M. TSC has another one that they're using to train too. And the hope is that if you're open right now, get it from us, get it from TSC, just get it. And let's safeguard our workers, safeguard our families, safeguard our customers who come in. So Michelle, that's the training that we're doing. Now, I don't work for BISD anymore because some people are kind of commenting that about BISD, but that's not, I don't work there anymore. I work in the private sector at a nonprofit over here. But I sent you the flyer, Erasmo. I couldn't post it. They already put it up?
Yes.
I also have a free training for electricals, and that's going to be a hybrid of online and medical billing. It's online. And we have this one for folks that are trying to find a craft during this downtime and kind of keep moving, where we'll bring in 1 or 2 people and they build things. Michelle, it's not about products. It's about a process and how best to operate and take care of yourself as an employee. And it's not just for custodians. It's for the person at the front desk. It's for the person answering the phone. So we're not about products. We're about process and how people can protect themselves while they're working and protect their families. And it's based on what best practices from CDC and OSHA. And it's online and it's through TEAS. TEAS is through Texas A&M system. And they do this worldwide.
Awesome.
I hope that answered your question, Michelle.
Michelle's amazing.
And those of you who have families that are working or going to work every day, tell them about this training so they can tell their boss, hey, it's free to qualifying Cameron County residents. It's through Texas Workforce Commission and Workforce Solutions Cameron. Get it from us, get it from TSC. but let's just get it. And I'm actually trying to hit the small towns around Brownsville, because if we only clean up Brownsville, we move around so much as a county, and if we don't take care of our neighboring communities, and we're never gonna rise to that new standard of clean that we need to keep us all safe.
100%.
I hope that made sense to y'all. I mean, I kind of rambled. I'm sorry.
No, you're doing good. At this point, the BISD board or the superintendent are willing to make the decision that we need to turn our focus on individuals that can. Whereas our mayor, judge, Lily, you're 100%. Look at what FAR did. FAR made the decision, made the declaration that no schools are going to open. The issue, Lily, is that our mayor, Mayor Mendez, made this call 3 months ago. Mayor Mendez made this call 3 months ago. And the board attorney, Baltasar Salazar, and the superintendent, they spit in the mayor's face.
So we don't open. I mean, I'm afraid this is almost over, right? But there's some, yeah. Well, I'm going to send you the flyer. On Thursdays, we open up our workroom and we bring in adults, only 1 or 2 at a time, small group. And they build things and take it home. So we've had people build tables, picnic tables, and picnic tables, ice chests. They build things and take them home. So if anybody wants to come and be a builder, be Bob the Builder for a day, our instructor's top notch. I'm proud of our teachers. And you can build a project and take it home. Kind of like a make it, take it for adults. You get to use our saws and you get to use our stuff.
I want to build one of those little houses, chiquita houses.
Okay, you can't build that in a day, but we have one of those here. Yes, we do.
Face it, the board is too proud to teach, reach out to others. But if you have no clue about how to even start a plan, then talk, call, email someone to find out how. Yeah, call Dr. Rita.
I don't work for BISD anymore.
Yeah, but call in the expert. They're trying their best to justify themselves to the public. They are fools. We keep getting off point this morning.
Okay, well, Kat, it's because I was invited to come talk about the programs I'm running. So I'm actually trying to stay on topic, but it's just not what everyone wants to hear. But I don't work for BISD anymore, so it's kind of hard for me to answer for them.
Yeah.
Somebody asked a question about, so I only do adults. I only instruct adults. And an adult to me is someone who's no longer in high school.
Well, adult students.
I would like for them to have a high school diploma, and some of my programs require it. Some of them don't. And the reason, it's a decision I made, or we made as a school. If I require a high school diploma and you're 30 years old, I don't want to make you go back just to come back to me a year later. If it doesn't make sense, I'd rather just teach you what you need to know to move forward. But some programs and certifications require a high school diploma, so I have no choice. But on those where I can be flexible, especially if they're they've already been out of school a while, they weren't successful at it the first time. There's no sense in adding frustration, so we just don't require it on some programs. Somebody asked about that.
Awesome. Let me see. We got a couple more, and then we'll end today. Can you clean up the board and qualify as a pandemic?
Okay, Richard, you're kind of funny today. Welcome to the unexpected. Yes, absolutely. We could help in our program that we have online, BISD. It would not be for free, though. The grant doesn't allow us to serve school districts for free. It would be like, since it's state funded and this district is state funded, that won't work. Somebody asked if we could. Now, BISD could go directly to Texas A&M and they'll do it. Or T's and they'll do it.
Awesome. Guys, let's see. Who is your guest tonight? Tonight we have Dr. Tony Zavaleta. We're also going to do results in regards to reporting on the results from today being election day. So Dr. Tony Zavaleta has made mention that he will answer any question out there. Any question out there that you all may have. So please bring in the hard questions for Dr. Tony Zavaleta tonight at 9 p.m. Thank you, Dr. Rita, for coming on and sharing about what great things you do and your school are doing for the community. 100%. Thank you, Dr. Rita. Thank you, Rita. I'll inform my friends and family about your school. Thank y'all.
Thank you, Cindy.
And Dr. Rita, any last words this morning?
Folks, just, keep your mask, wash your hands, keep yourself safe. If you have family that you think we could help through our affordable, quick training, send them our way. I may not be with the school district, but now I just serve the community in different capacity. Take care of yourselves, and God bless y'all.
Well, one of the things I constantly make mention, guys, please, if your neighbor has a situation that they can't leave their home, they are positive, no, they have nobody else to help them out. Please, go out there and buy their food for them, and leave it at their doorstop, leave it at at the front of their yard. Be of service. Go pick up an individual's meds. At this point in time, we're in a very difficult situation. We need to come together for each other, because we all are truly all in this together, and we have to show our leadership that is ineffective. We need to show them by example. And again, guys, just please take care of each other, and please take care of me. God bless, and I'll see you tonight at 9 p.m. Thank you, Dr. Rita.